Hello everyone, my name is Fen Plays and this is Starsector version 0.95a. And last time we had, well, fought a lot of the hegemony and eventually put down a calm sniffer for gargoyle. Now we just want to make our way to Point's franchise station and get our encrypted data from Gargoyle so that we can continue on the quest line for the Glacier Academy. So, let's go see what we can do. Let's jump in and say hello. Let's see. What do you do? You're timid. Gargoyle. You enter the comms ID for Gargoyle and nod to your comms officer, who stands ready for whatever surprises Gargoyle thinks would be amusing to send through the comms. Instantly you display instantly resolves into a familiar face with an unfamiliar expression. Fear. Captain, you need to take me on your ship and get me out of here. They know where I am, and I've really done it this time. It's incredible. Gargoyle lets out a nervous laugh. The greatest data heist since the second AI war. Hacker seems to realize the gravity of his statement. I think they are entirely unhappy about this time. And it's not safe. Take me to the Glacier Academy? Anita can hide me, right? After all I've done, she has too. Okay, well, if he's in danger, let's just pick him up and get him on our ship so that we don't have to worry about it. Your shuttle gets in and out without any suspicious inquiries from local traffic. They're not wise to what's going on yet, probably. You order Gargoyle confined to quarters, well away from the bridge, and for your comms officer to keep an eye out for anything suspicious. Captain, your tactical officer calls to your attention. Hegemony fleet incoming. And are they a big hegemony fleets? What do we know about them? Well, not that bad. Alright, well, we have the station helping us. Let's move to engage. And let's see, there's the station. So we're going to let the station do its thing. And we're going to deploy in waves. No, we didn't put ourselves in yet. Allowed. Alright, station, do your thing. It's good. The hegemony is at war with Chartakion, so we get to take a little advantage of that. So go, my Tritachyon friends, kill them all. Nice. We seem to be holding them at bay for the most part. But when things start to go south, they're going to go south pretty big. Nice. Alright, he's gonna go kill that hound. They're taking out that condor? Yeah, I think it's condor. They're taking out that condor over there. He's doing what he can to kill them. Alright, that hound is as good as dead as far as I can tell. And they're all showing them what for? Using their Hellfire cannons to take them down. Very nice. One dead hound. Alright. So, that battle carrier is closing in, trying to do the best he can. Alright, so we've managed to help take out some of their ships. Let's go ahead and have you guys pull back for a moment. Let the station take out the capitals. Because we are under no obligation to help the station. We're just doing it because it's easy for us. So let's pull back, allow the station to destroy the enemy for us. But hey, you know, he wants to kill himself, so let's kill him. Let's oblige him, shall we? Yes. Die. Alright. Well, they've taken out his engines, so he can't do anything. He's just gonna die. And down he goes. As soon as that shade shoots him. Instead of just spamming it special. Alright, very nice. Okay, well, he still has some allies helping him out. We're gonna have our ships come back here again. And allow the station to do its job. Go on, station. Alright. So this is particularly dangerous to those larger ships. We really don't care if the station loses. All we care about is that it's killed some of them before it's destroyed. Nice. And more ships coming in. Let's go ahead and let our base ships off the leash to go and kill the enemy. Not entirely certain why he didn't go after the Enforcer, but I'm sure he has his reasons. Nice. How's that capital going? Well, he's sort of in the back, hiding. Alright, in the shade, let's have him make a direct retreat. We'll have the rest of you just leave so we don't lose combat readiness. And he's doing his best to try and destroy that hangar bay, and it's gone. Let's go ahead and see what we can deploy now. Not much is the answer. Let's go ahead and leave. Let them leave. Because we really don't care if the station gets all jacked up. Okay. Our afflictor has retreated. And this should be able to kill these, no problem. Alright, that one's out. And, well, they have another big one coming. Let's push out these three. And see what we can do. Alright, let's hit 3 instead of 1 and 2. And let's go have some fun killing some hegemony. So how goes you? Is that one station that's left? One station component. Once it goes, things are gonna go south pretty quick. Maybe we can kill this guy. Nice. We got him. Okay, he's using his fortress shield, so we are going to ignore him. How's he looking? Not too great. We'll retreat, everyone. Nice. There he goes. What's the franchise station is defeated. And this Pepperino over here, this wolf, he thinks he's hot stuff. Ah, good old-fashioned autopilot. Well, let's leave. I pressed enter. Alright. And we're out. Alright, so. We could move to engage and finish them off. We got rid of their battle carrier, and they don't really have a whole lot left. Well, Tritachyon does love us a little bit more. Let's repair our ships. And let's see what we can do. Let's not let them have all the fun killing this guy. He's standing off with a destroyed station. Very nice. Who are they? Smugglers? No. We're not gonna bother with smugglers. Alright, well, we're under no real obligation to help them, so we're just going to leave. Alright, so let's go to Galatia Academy and do our thing. We're going to go to Galatia Academy Station, and let's see what we can find. Oh, hello. Accept our comms request. Echoes Life Hegemony Commander staring you down. Independent Fleet Captain. You are ordered to power down your shields, weapon systems, and drives. You are suspected of harboring a known criminal and partaking in criminal conspiracy to breach Hegemony data security. His lips curl arrogantly. You will be boarded by Hegemony Marines and your databank seized for inspection. Your cargo will be seized for inspection. You will authorize unlimited access to all components of your fleet. You will give no resistance. Hesitation will be considered resistance. Insubordination will be considered resistance. Surrender your command codes immediately. Do you have a warrant? Hegemony Commander's eyes widen. You are in no position to make demands, Captain, he says in barely suppressed rage. You will power down all systems and submit to seizure, inspection, and now arrest. His eyes narrow. Surrender now, and I might consider leniency. And unless even a hint of insubordination escapes from your traitor's mouth, I must insist on a warrant. The Hegemony Commander nods. You reveal yourself as a saboteur and an insurrectionist. We are known as insurgency. Then he says, with ice-cold hate, I knew it from the start. The comms connect in a sharp crackle. Sir, your tactical officer reports, they're moving to attack. You reflect for a moment that this gross violation of sector commerce law suggests that the Hegemony is more likely to cover up any incident that occurs in the next moments rather than undermine its own lawful legitimacy. The hegemony. Fleet maneuvers to prevent you from disengaging. Hello! Oh, no. Hello! Oh, no. Hello! Let's move to engage. Alright. So we're gonna send in our fleet here first to seize these points. And then we're gonna send in the fist to show them what for. But we need them to get into position for us to punch them first. Alright, so we have some of them. One of them is coming up here. It's time to kill them. It's time for you to die. Die. Oh look, an enforcer. We know how to deal with these. It's called very slowly, unfortunately. We can only do it when there's no one else on our backs that we need to worry about. We are, however, very good at killing kites. Get out of the way. Good. Let's go finish him off, shall we? Alright, so... is this their entire fleet? If so, they are in trouble. Let's go see if there's anything we can see. I think that is their entire fleet. Which means they made bad decisions coming here. Yes, we'll just keep them a little busy. Yeah, we'll just keep them kind of busy. And I think it might be time to send in the rest of the fleet. Send in the fist. Yes. It's time for the fist to come flying in. He's effectively untouchable to us. And okay, so he's up there, chasing them down. Let's tell everyone to just full assault now. So we're going to come up here and kill these broadswords that are harassing this guy. Nice, we got it. As they desperately try to stay on this. No, let's keep out. Let's not let their graviton beams get us too bad. We don't really have the strength to go and take him on. And it's time to leave. Ooh, ooh. Oh, that's bad. Whee! I don't think we can spin faster though. Alright, so. Gemini, we're coming for you. Die. Anytime now. There we go. Nice. Without fists, there's nothing they can do. He will fall. Hello there. We're going to keep you busy. while our enforcers kill them. Ow. Kill him. Nice. There he goes. And with that, they should start retreating soon. Running for their lives. Done. Who's left? And one of you. Two of you. Two? Oh, there's more. But wait. Oh, there's more. We tried to go in the back door, evidently. Ah, okay, we need to have this Tempest leave. You leave. Let's go ahead and send something else in. Well, you're not properly fitted out, but, I guess. And any of these that don't have an officer. Oh, they all have officers. Where else? You have an officer. Yeah, all my ships have officers, which is great. Except for the new one that's coming in. So we assume command of that one. Ah, there we go. Well, let's hit 3 and then 6. Let's kill him. Alright, so let's have our phase ships leave. So you leave. You're fine. The pirate ship, I think, is starting to degrade. Yeah, he needs to. Like now. We're coming to get you, and we're slightly faster than you. Yes, you can absorb a lot of damage. But unfortunately, we can pump out a lot of damage. The trifecta of enforcers coming to slaughter them. So now it's just all about killing these guys. You're kind of jacked up, so we're going to have you leave. You seem to be doing fine-ish. Well, let's try to give ourselves a nice little boost getting to the enemy. Let's do this. Charge. Kill them. Nice. And all we need to do is say hello to you, my friend. You've got you have anti-fighter ship main weapons. You're screwed, buddy. You're dead. Nice. We got him. What's this? There's one left. Kill him. Get him. Oh, it's their controller. Yes, I know that one. Let's make sure to cut him off. Oh no, that's bad. Let's make sure he dies, shall we? And down he goes. Nice. We got him. I think that's everything. So let's go ahead and claim victory. No. We'll open comms link. Yeah, they don't want to talk to us. Let's harry their retreat. Let's get some of our ships back. Oh no, we lost an enforcer. We'll get more. Pick through the wreckage, take it all. We could kill the rest of them. But I think we don't want to run into another group like that. I mean, granted, they did get pushed towards us by a storm, but still. To the Glacier Academy we go. I wonder if they're going to be sitting atop that, waiting for me. Well, let's keep our transponder off, actually. And make our way over there. Let's barely sneak our way in. Open a channel. The image of Provost Anita Baird appears. Captain, it's good to see you return, finally. Bring her by shuttle, she says, directly to this dock port. A chime signals the receipt of a navigation instruction and docking codes. I'll meet you there. The comm line shuts off. You step off the shuttle, thrusters clicking as they cool, followed by Celia Caruze. The scientist has been very quiet on the brief shuttle ride, which has returned her to Glacier Academy Station after her time in hiding. As promised, Provost Baird is waiting with a small group of masked guards and senior advisors. Academician Sebastian waves as your gaze drifts over to him. It's so good to have you back with us, Celia, Baird says. We'll wave back to Sebastian. Sebastian smiles widely as you wave back. Baird is intent on Caruze and makes no acknowledgement. Caruze nods to acknowledge the words, though occupies herself by examining the reception lounge. It hasn't changed much, has it? Something in this place doesn't please the Provost, you think? Something in this doesn't please the Provost, you think? Well, Baird says, I believe you'll find that quite a lot has changed. Academician Sylvan Sebastian has changed. Academician Alvis Sebastian, please come forward. Thank you. I understand that you knew Celia back at his vigorous nod. She says, yes, of course. Sebastian begins to welcome Caruze, shaking her hand and asking about her trip. Caruze raises an eyebrow at the question, and Baird interrupts. There will be time for that later, Alvis. Please, show me the newly reinstated Academician Caruze to her quarters, and show her new laboratory. Baird pauses, seeming to examine Caruze for a moment for a response, but Celia simply nods in acknowledgement without meeting her eye. Celia, I hope you can thrive here. Again, please, go with Alvis, and keep an open mind, Baird says. With a sigh, Baird turns from them to you. Captain, thank you for finding her and bringing her home. The Provost watches the two leave receiving lounge, starting to chat and a smile showing itself on Caruze finally. With Celia, we can begin it all again. Baird holds up a hand to indicate an adjoining Transport pod. Let us remove to a more suitable setting for the rest of our discussion. It seems to study the passing conduits and vistas visible through the pod's bay windows. Lost in thought, the silence grows, and you find that this may be an opportunity to ask something of Provost without interrupting one of her lectures. She doesn't like you, does she? Baird looks at you for a long moment. You think you see something new. Something almost like emotional pain. Celia never appreciated the gifts the Academy offered her. It's how she was raised, perhaps. Her insubordination was indulged, became habitual. But with time, when she sees what we accomplish, maybe her higher sense of rationality will win out. I know she is capable of it. Yeah, I don't think the Percy and Lee's going to be happy about her. Them among their ranks? Yes. A hint of a smile forms on Baird's face. But others can see that this is the best way forward. The League can't pull the best and brightest from the entire sector. The Galatia Academy can. They don't have the theoretical research and experimentation infrastructure we do. It's all practical matters with their fleet armamentium. Weapons, warships, heavy industry, and doing out contracts to Gen allies. Further, satisfactions within the League would not call an open vote on a matter so delicate as this. We merely resolved their political questions by other means. The Provost nods, slowly to you, acknowledging your role. Through the silence, you can almost hear Baird thinking. The transport pod hisses to a halt, and you feel the subtle shift of agrab fields. You step off and note that this seems to be the back entrance, which allows Baird to avoid the waiting room, full of important people, unused being told to wait. You follow Provost Baird into her office, and the doors close with a notable absence of sound. She motions you to a seat in front of her desk as she checks an incoming signal. She seems to be settling in, Baird says, tapping her desk console. An image projects onto the space above her desk, a surveillance feed of a gleaming new physics laboratory. Celia Cagrus is being introduced by Sebastian to various academicians, judging by their formal dress, and technicians in various states of protective garb. They look young and eager to begin work. She motions to the image. Will we build what we can from Carus's independent work and what she can recall, but without the Calichore archive, it would be inconvenient to recapture certain datasets. Baird looks up at the proverbial sky. I expect that the Hegemony Ministry of Technology Standards has installed very particular forms of surveillance in place around the Galatia system to avoid being caught flat-footed by another little accident. I dare not interfere directly, lest we give them another excuse to meddle. Acquire the Calichore archives, Captain, Baird says, and quickly. She turns away, dismissing you. It would be premature to speak too much about what I am building towards, but a magnificent breakthrough is growing closer. You feel the doors open soundlessly behind you, and the Muir masked guards' presence, like a slight rise of ambient static electricity. Time to go. Hey, girl. Alright, fine. Be like that. Captain reports. Your fleet is interrupted in the middle of standard approach sequence. Instead of using the usual traffic control chatter, your flagship receives a comm request directly from the office of the Provost. Captain, reports your comms officer. She wants to speak with you. The image of Provost Anita Baird appears. Bring your special cargo by shuttle, she says, directly to this docking port. A chime signal received in the navigation instruction and the docking codes. I shall be waiting. Comm line cuts off. You step off the shuttle, thrusters clicking as they cool. With Gargoyle in tow, the hacker's barrage of questions, suggestions, and Hansiness towards any control panel or gadget within reach has you at the limit of your patience after only a brief shuttle ride. As promised, Provost Baird is waiting in a small group of masked guards and senior advisors. So, this is Gargoyle, she says. Anita, we meet at last. Gargoyle bows grandly. I am honored to accept your invitation to teach at the Glacier Academy. He then stands up straight and smiles widely, looking around. What shall my curriculum be? Throwing parties, security theater, and perhaps a personal account of the salacious events leading up to the Third AI War? Baird smiles mirthlessly, then motions someone from her party forward. Gargoyle. Meet academician Alvis Sebastian, Baird says, in a tone that would not be out of place on the bridge of a hegemony ship. Alvis, kindly show Gargoyle to the guest suites we prepared now, please. She turns from them to you, apparently confident that Sebastian will handle the situation. Captain, our guest complicates matters, but she turns to watch the two leave the receiving lounge. Gargoyle seemingly choosing to cooperate with Sebastian's stammering appeals. The hacker seems to be wholly occupied by discovering how to fluster the academician. It appears that I have gained another valuable asset in addition to the Kalashori archives, she says, by virtue of your initiative, of course, Captain. I will not forget that when the time comes, but she takes in her surroundings and dismisses the guards and advisors with wave. Baird holds up a hand to indicate an adjoining transport pod. Let us remove to a more suitable setting to complete our conversation. Baird seems to study the passing conduits, same thing as last time. So, what do you think about Gargoyle? Baird looks at you, raising an eyebrow, then looks back at nothing. Singularly charming, she says, deadpan. I was a teacher for 20 cycles, Captain. I've had worse. So what will you do if the hegemony suspects you're behind the hack? Baird looks at you, but then back at nothing. They suspect me already, of course. The Glacier Academy will appeal to the original data seizure and demanded the return of basic scientific research material, which was not illegal even under old domain law. This data breach only proves the danger of restricting basic research, as this situation enables unsavory parties to exploit discoveries without oversight from the Ecumenia? It's similar to incumbent. Ecumenica? Whatever. It's like you or something. Whatever. Ecumenica. I appreciate the irony of my objection, of course, she says. But this is war by public relations. There's no room for scruples. I'll be exactly as cynical as they already believe me to be, and they'll believe the act because it's true. As Baird speaks, you find a note of satisfaction in her description of plot and counterplot. Behind the truth, of course, she continues, is what really happened, which won't be a fiat. A fate? Fate? Is what really happened, which won't be a fate, a comply, once they discover it. You can almost hear her thinking. As you enter her office, as Celia Caruso waiting in the sitting area, she nods in greeting as she folds up a portable workstation. Ah, Celia, good. Baird moves behind her desk and taps a few keys, activating a holoprojector. A detailed progress report on Gargoyle's activities flickers into being, including timetables for deciphering the Kalashori archives. Baird motions at the display. Sebastian is more capable than he appears. He is both persistent and meticulous. Peru speaks up. He's been very helpful in getting my new team set up. Baird nods in acknowledgement and Carus continues. It looks like we should have the archive fully decrypted in about a week, depending on what we get sooner. I may be able to restart some of my previous avenues of research. Carus looks at you. The Galatia jump point experiment is not how I wanted to do that, but Provost Tomas, he said the timetable was to... Baird interrupts. You don't need to explain yourself, Academician. The captain understands that you will take all reasonable precautions when we reach the experimentation stage. In fact, he will be instrumental in carrying out the experiments. Provost Baird pauses and turns to you, examining your reaction to what both she and Carus have said. You must be wondering what this is all for, Captain. That again. She proceeds without regard for your response. This is about opening up the galaxy again, Captain. Yes, you see it now. The gates. It was always about the gates. Baird taps the datapad, and the hollow projector flickers to a 3D hyphenate map into existence. You recognize the image, a map of the Domain-era gate network within the Persian sector. A dense spot in one prominent lobe contains what you know as the core worlds. Or more precisely, what the gates can do, Baird says. Carus speaks up again. It's all about freedom! What the Domain used to dominate humanity. Well, we can escape from this small, cruel world. We still live in their shadow. I mean, the hegemony, of course. But even Tritachyon and the Luddites, they're just reactions to the Domain. No one has truly escaped. Celia Carus looks up at the slowly spinning gate network. But maybe we can. All of us. You notice that Baird has watched Carus without emotion throughout this speech. At its conclusion, the Provost speaks to you in a tone of commanding finality. Come back in a week or so, Captain. My people will need time to work, and you've earned a break. But keep your head down. The factions are restless after that job you pulled in Asland. Baird turns to her desk console, expression moving across her face as she appears to skim messages. That is all, Captain, and Celia. Hey, I want to talk to you about these things. Baird turns from her desk display and looks through you. There is no technology, Captain, merely possibilities. And vast though those possibilities may be, they are yet mere possibilities. She turns away, dismissing you. We shall speak of this later. Carus gives you a sympathetic look as she packs up her portable workstation. You feel the doors open soundlessly behind you, and the mirror-masked guard's presence like a slight increase in static electricity. Time to go. After a short wait, your connection request is accepted. Hello, Carus. Hello, Captain, Carus says, her attention on a flickering bank of holographic data tables. I'm sorry, I'm so busy. What do you need? Has Gargoyle been helpful? Oh, very helpful, she says with a smile. You get just a really different perspective from Gargoyle. There are so many assumptions, invisible little things we do, as an institutional organization without even realizing, and also the technical stuff, like code. It's been, a bit strange. And teamwork in the traditional sense is mostly out of the question. But if we find a little self-contained project for Gargoyle, it can work out great. Thank you for all you've done for us. It could have gone very poorly. You think Baird can be trusted? She looks at you for a moment, then sighs. You know she'll probably listen to this, right? Well, she knows how I feel, and I'm not going to pretend I'll believe otherwise. I don't like a lot about what she does and how she does it, but everyone else is worse. She says, say what you will about the Provost, she's effective. It's better than the alternative. The alternative? I don't know, she says. Making weapons for the hegemony? Sector collapse? To pre-hyperdrive levels? Torture AI shards from Tritech? I couldn't do that. I don't even know what the Luddites would make of me. Bruce gives a laugh. Put me in a nunnery, probably. might not be so bad. Gargoyle. You enter the ID, hand hovering over the glowing confirmed sigil. Your comms officer ready? Nods, ready to respond to whatever surprises Gargoyle thinks will be amusing to send through the link this time. The display resolves into a mesmerizing fractal background to a familiar face grinning impishly. Oh, Fen, are you back to find something interesting to do? I've got all kinds of wonderful ideas. Right, well, Elvis, what's up? Why about some jobs? Well, let's see here. He taps the datapad. Let me look at what I've got lined up for you. Oh god, now everyone's just becoming Gargoyle. Oh no. Well, let me look what I've got lined up for you today. A student from an influential family requires priority transport to Kanta's Den in the Majestic system within a short time frame. A key academician from the in-space residence lab was imprisoned by the Luddic Church on Azure for performing research. We need someone to pay the tithe so they can be released. A team in Hollow Arts Studies would like a special instrument package run on an asteroid somewhere in the Outer Kang system. An in-space resident department has requested retrieval of an object of scientific interest from a derelict ship near Old Millix. Sounds... We'll do the VIP. Then we'll do the imprisoned researcher. Alright, let's go ahead and leave before those dirty hegemony people come after us. Let's go to the Kanta's Den and slip away. Right. Well, let's see what we can find out here. We've made a lot of money. Alright, well, let's see how things are going in Totes loyal to Tritech. Well, they're still building. That's good. Let's upgrade this to a megaport. We're doing hazard pay. And hopefully that will work. Oh. Oh, yeah, we don't want to deal with that. No! Mercenary Captain Stanza moving for you. Got him! Got him, Fen 9.5A, I presume, he says. I have a reason to believe that you are transporting an individual associated with a notorious counter-power gang, and I have been authorized by the hegemony to apprehend this individual for questioning. Please surrender the passenger into our custody immediately. By what authority? Mercenary crosses his arms, and you see muscles under his uniform flinch unconsciously. By the authority invested in me in the hegemony as per the terms of the letter of marque issued to me. I am authorized to act within their interest. Why would you protect an associate of known criminals, Captain? So you've got no warrant. Got it. The mercenary captain looks even more annoyed than before, but manages to restrain his anger. Captain, I say again, transfer the suspect into my custody immediately. I face the consequences. What crimes have they committed? The mercenary's eyes flick off to one side as his jaw clenches. He obviously doesn't like being questioned. It's irrelevant. They are an associate They are an associate of the Countess pirate gang and are required for questioning. The Countess are behind countless murders and terrorist acts, as you know well. So they committed no crime. Got it. Well, what else? He glares at you, face unmoving, with timeless hatred. It's like staring down the barrel of a tritachyon lance. You are protecting an individual with intimate knowledge of the workings of the greatest criminal empire in the Persian sector. As known, Captain, I suggest you do the right thing. Finally, the dam breaks. The last you see of the merc, he roars with anger, fists raised, and the comm link goes static. You turn to your officer at the communications console and confirm that the entire conversation has been recorded. As you well know, if the mercenary attacks, you're within your rights to, generally recognized across the sector to defend yourself with deadly force. The combat alert. Captain, your technical officer says. They're moving to attack. Let's say hello. They aren't interested. Well, they're a little jacked up, but they're absolutely terrified, so we're going to run away. Screw you guys. And screw you, Storm. Yeah, let's turn on that transponder. And let's make our way over here. There's absolutely no way we were going to win against that fleet, so... hell with that. Your fleet goes into orbit around the Conta's den. Local port authority seems to take no issue with your explanation why your transponder regrettably can't be turned on. They've been expecting you. What poses for traffic control provides you a course past a field of stealth mines to enter the volume near Conta's den. Name. There's a typo there, I love it. Soon you receive an incoming comms transmission from a grim boss of the Conta dynasty, instructing you to make the drop-off for their daughter. Before stepping off the transport, the young student turns towards you and speaks. This is awful. Oh my goodness. I can't stand this space. It is the worst thing ever. Alright, so... what kind of ships you got? Nothing that I'm really too interested in there, and nothing I'm too interested in here. Hello, officer. Your name is Itchy. Is it Scratchy Last, or Tasty, or what? Officer's name, Itchy Tasty, yes. He just looks like something out of Resident Evil. But you might be looking for some help. Are you aggressive? You are, well. We might be able to use you. Right. Well, let's go back. Now we need to go to Cannon, I think? Yeah, so we need to go to Asher. So to Asher we go. And that one mercenary. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Just don't come after me, buddy. Your fleet is big. Oh no, what? Oh, that's fine. I couldn't care less. It's only the Luds. I mean, they're kind of just killing themselves every day anyway. Ah, Knight Commander. Yes, yes, yes. Here's your money, friggin' religious fanatics. Go die. Let's see. What can we buy? Ooh, some more enforcers. We don't have a lot of money, though. So instead, we're just gonna head back to Galatia. And to the Galatia Academy. It's been over a month now. I mean a week, I think. So we should have no problem doing that. Oh no. What do you guys want? What do you want? 7 to the machine. Repent now. Why are you guys after me? I'm curious. I mean, I can't fight them. And that's enormous, and that's enormous too. So I can't really fight that. Anyway, I thought we were friends with those douchebags. Alright. Hello, Captain, how are you? He says and stammers. I mean, sorry, I'm supposed to tell you. Ask you, Provost Baird would like to meet you. Oh, wait. Meet you with concern with a very important development. I would please, if you would please come with me come to meet her as soon as you, at your convenience. That would be wonderful. He pauses for a breath. That's it. I'm sure we'll see you soon. Thanks, bye. Alright. Let's go see the Provost. You enter the Provost's office once more. Baird's desk is messier than usual, covered in memory cores, interfacing devices, an anonymous matte gray case, and an anonymous and matte gray case. Good. Now that you're here, I believe Gargoyle should be joining us via comms. Baird's eyes flick, annoyed, to a portable holocomms unit on her desk, where an image of the hacker's head instead of the head is intently paying attention to something else. Baird turns fully towards you and begins her speech. Having examined the decrypted Kalachori archives, this catches Gargoyle's attention. We now have hard leads on a certain collaboration my predecessor carried out with senior executives of the Tritachyon Corporation. Tritachyon pursued research forbidden by the hegemony at various locations outside of core worlds referred to only by the codename Alpha Sites. The archived communications have been algorithmically stripped of contextual descriptions. However, Baird pauses, seeming to relish the moment of knowing something that you don't. Let's just wait. There are many signs that an individual with the surname Estrella is involved. Who we are almost certain is... Gargoyle interrupts. Khalees Estrella. Khalees Estrella, former weapons engineer employed by the Kulon Starforge in the Hizbrasil system by Tritag, and rather underpaid in light of how essential the suit seemed to have thought she was to the project. Baird sets her jaw. Thank you, Gargoyle, she says. Kindly elaborate for the captain here. The hacker grins. Love to! So TT fired Khaleesi with some incident, but if you were to look at her credit records, a couple of taps on a display fills with tables and numbers, there are some recurring payments. We're talking massive payments, something to do with Project Ziggurat, whatever that is. It sure makes up for her low salary at Coulon. And using one hand to slide the volume control on the holocom down to low, Baird keeps her gaze on you and says, "We think Khalees Estrella was promoted to this Alpha site. Obviously, there are others involved, but she is a senior ordnance engineer that's clearly connected to the project, and her info-spec practices were sloppy. I want to know what Tritachyon was doing at the Alpha site. Our best lead so far is this Khalees Estrella. Go to Hizbrasil and find out where she disappeared to. Someone must know where she's gone, or has some evidence of her intentions. The Tritachyon watches everyone. Someone would be willing to sell you that information. I'm sure you can find her for me, Captain, just like you found Kagrus." Gargoyle, do you have any information? The hacker appears to speak, but is muted. Gargoyle's head gives Baird an annoyed look. I'm sure you can contact Gargoyle on your own time, Captain, she says without looking at you or at the holocom display. Do you have any other leads? For you? Baird says. No. Bruce's team is working on something else that came up in the Kalachori archive, but Baird's back still turned, rubs her spectacles thoughtfully. It would be premature for you to speculate. I shall let you know when it can be put to use, Captain. Do you have any idea where the research was? Do you have any idea what the research was for? I have a strong theory, Baird says, but I don't want to bias your investigation. She gives you a look over her shoulder. Judging by the resources Tritachyon put into this project, it would be either a groundbreaking discovery or a vast disappointment. Right, I think that's everything I need. Then you should proceed, Captain, she says the Provost. You feel the doors open behind you. The guard. Hey, Garg! Can you help me find Khalees, Estrella? You asked! Oh, the joy of joys! Gargoyle rocks back and forth, as if in the throes of ecstasy. This is all it takes. Asking nicely, you know? It's not everyone that can bring themselves to do that. Gargoyle smiles spitefully, then pauses, visibly, palms down, then puts on a facade of professionalism. It is an honor to assist you with your mission, Captain. I will do my duty to my utmost. Good. So can you help? The officer act drops as the hacker picks up a data pad. This doesn't have to be difficult. It's Tritech. They sell anything. Just ask my buddy Aurora. He's a Tritech goon, top to bottom, and he'll know who to bribe. Gargoyle tosses the datapad onto the desk, looking satisfied. Glad I could help, Captain. I'm sure I'll prove essential to your success. Thanks. So, what was this about, Project Ziggurat? The Provost doesn't think it's important to let me explain, Gargoyle scoffs. Maybe you should just fly off to his pursuit without knowing anything but the name of one crackpot weapon engineer. No, go ahead, I'll wait. Tell me how that goes. The silence draws out for nearly 3 seconds before Gargoyle begins ranting again. Imagine letting you come into the data heist of a lifetime. Set a nice fire under your high hegemon's chair, didn't it? Then I decrypt the precious archive of a guy whose job she stole and asked nothing what I thought of the contents, which I read mostly. Can you believe it? Typical. She thinks she knows everything. Hacker slumped, sulking. I would like to hear about what you found, Gargoyle. Gargoyle looks up at you. Yeah? I value your expertise. Gargoyle sits up. Thank you, Captain. Project Ziggurat, now that's a story. The logs were scrubbed pretty hard before even Kalachori got them. I mean, there are the logs between the Tritech contacts and Kalachori, and then there's the whole other set of internal Tritech comms. Must have been some good connections, probably a mole or 3. Those execs would throw each other out of an airlock in a second if they thought they would boost their own career, and did not. Anyway, Gargoyle leans in, speaking in quiet drama. Project Zero, scared them. If you read between the lines, the hacker makes a self-satisfied expression. The initial phase of the project utilized a handful of AI cores of various grades. Guess what? Self-deleted. Tritachyon thinks they're not supposed to be able to do that, but a wobbly hands gesture. Negotiable. Amazing what seemingly innocuous hardware can be made to do when you think outside the box. But what makes an AI delete itself? Gargoyle leans in closer. Whatever Project Ziggurat is, that's what. Spooky, right? Giving me a lot to think about. You're welcome, Captain. Buggerel leans back, grinning again, and flips through a floating holo display. Right, let's cut the links. Let's deliver this, inquire about new jobs. I'm not gonna do that. Alright. Alright guys, it does look like that's all the time I have for this episode, so I will catch you guys next time. Go ahead, leave me a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and just share the video with whoever you think would like it. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.